Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the podcast where we are proud to announce that we are welcoming a new sponsor to the show, 1 Inch. It's Lost in the Midcard.
Fucker.
We are little less than 2 weeks away from SummerSlam, NXT Takeover Toronto, and we are about a month away from All Out. So we're going to talk about all the stuff that is leading up to those shows, including this week's edition of Being the Elite. We'll probably get an episode of Road to All Out as you listen to this podcast on Wednesday. That episode 3 probably should be coming out here tomorrow as well. So we got a few things here to cover as we get ready for some big shows to end the summer on. But first, thank you to SpiderDuck.net for being our host, enabling us to be on iTunes, Spotify, and any of your favorite podcasting apps. All you got to do is search for Lost in the Midcard and hit that subscribe button. That way you know every time a new episode comes your way. Typically every Wednesday, but if you subscribe, that way you know when a new show comes your way. You can also subscribe to us on the YouTube, and links to all that are on our Facebook page, facebook.com/LostInTheMidcard, or you can go to Twitter at LITMC Podcast. We also share some of the great wrestling tweets throughout the wrestling world on there as well. I am your host, Jeremy Bennett. You can find me on the Twitter at JBHuskers. As always, my co-host, he is on the Twitter at Raw F Showtime, is Mr. Matt Black. Matt, how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing, my man. I'm doing.
And on the Twitter at 1 Inch, it is Darryl Bullock. Darryl, how you doing?
I was fine before you said my Twitter handle.
It's actually at no one like D, but you should change it to 1 Inch.
I'm good, man.
I'm pretty sure that handle. I guarantee somebody already has that handle.
Yeah, and we're not going to let Darryl live that down. We're not going to forget about it that quickly, are we, Matt?
I think we probably would have if somebody wouldn't have been driving it into our brains for the last 2 hours before we were going to record.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there's a graphic out
I have
there.
no idea who that could have been.
Gee, I don't know. Somebody from across the pond, possibly. Yeah, did you retweet that one, Matt?
Can't say that I did. I hadn't been on Twitter a whole lot tonight.
Episode 163 of Being the Elite. They're catching us, but we're still way ahead of them. We're like at episode 220 or something like that. This is a Private Party is the name of the episode this week, and how great was it for the Jackson kids to do Cierro Merido?
Very clever.
And I don't think the Bucks were not happy about that either.
Not at all.
Cody helping Matt get his tie on as they are getting ready for the big unveil of television, which you boys are attending. Am I hearing correctly?
Si, senor.
You're not damn right.
Wednesday, October 2nd, Capital One.
D-Day.
Capital One Arena. That's going to sell out. Cody's like asking for it to sell out. It's going to sell out. I don't think there's going to be a problem there, you think?
Nah.
Yeah,
I think by the end of the weekend it'll be sold out. I don't know if it's going to sell out day one, but I think it'll.
No, I don't think
it'll sell out. I think it's going to sell out by the end of the weekend.
That arena's huge.
That's this Friday they go on sale, right?
Yep, 12 noon.
Well, it looks like from the way they've set up the arena, it looks like they're going to fit about 16,000 in there, because they have all the sides to the entrances and stuff blacked out. So I think by the end of the weekend they'll sell the sucker out.
Oh yeah, or unless the second, third party vendors decide they want to buy the shit.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Backstage doing
You're going to be right on top of it, so I'm not that worried.
Oh, I'm always ready, brother.
Backstage doing a photo shoot is Jungle Boy, and they make fun of him looking like a mini Kenny G. He does kind of look like Kenny G with that jacket on and hair down. He's got quite the flowing locks there. And so they're just kind of showing all sorts of behind the scenes photo shoots. Kenny Omega doing an interview, Cody standing in front of the TNT TBS logo, all sorts of stuff there. And then they go cut to the big promo, the big release that came out on social media and YouTube and all that, announcing the television show. If you haven't seen that yet, check it out. It's pretty damn good. We're getting there, man. We're getting close.
Can't wait.
Private Party is having a private party, and the Jacksons tried to enter that private party, but they weren't invited, were they?
Nope.
And then they got super kicked by Private Party, and they kind of like that. I mean, so they had a nice expression on their face. Are you guys heading up to that show too?
Nah, I can't do that one.
Buck's final independent show, probably ever, maybe ever. I would say ever.
Yeah.
House of Glory, High Intensity, 8 August 9th in it's New York City, isn't it? Or
Darryl
close
hates
to.
New York.
There too. How great was the segment with Jungle Boy, Luchasaurus, and SCU? Daniels and Kazarian trying to imitate Jungle Boy on the shoulders of Luchasaurus, and that didn't quite. It almost ended up like CD almost took a tombstone there.
Tombstone to a pile driver. I'm like, dude.
I got a bad neck, guy. Come on. Hey, that might be our first. That might be the first tag match on television, possibly. Maybe they're setting that up.
Strong possibility, sir.
They did announce today the very first match to occur on TV will be Cody Rhodes taking on Sammy Guevara. So that'll be the opening contest on All Elite Wrestling's television debut. And let me guess, I bet they're not going to kick the show off with a 15-minute promo, will they?
No. This is not WWE.
Thankfully, Raw hasn't been doing that last couple weeks, so, at least someone's listening to Heyman. Once again, Rick Knox is everywhere, making sure you don't get disqualified. CD was not paying attention to his phone. He almost went into the female locker room, and Rick Knox counting him out. Oh, boy. The BTE mailbag. Britt Baker asked how her recovery from the concussion's going, as well as if she will be on the All Out card. She said that her recovery is going real well, and to stay tuned for All Out. But I think she should have answered the first question, don't you think?
Maybe.
What did you think of the Bucks? What the Bucks did to your husband or your fiance or whatever? They're not married yet, are they?
Nah, not yet.
Not yet. Give it time. And someone asked CD. He's there with his pug Nugget. Asked him if he still does the shows at Universal Studios for the Pirates of the Caribbean. And nice little some nice stitches above that eye too there for CD, huh?
Damn it, JB. It's Waterworld.
Oh, Waterworld. What did I say? Oh, Pirates of the Caribbean.
That's Disney, dude.
Yeah, whoops. Yeah, I wonder what happened to CD. He says it's a story he's going to tell another time, but I wonder what happened with the eye there. And Jericho said he supposes he'll answer a mailbag question while somebody in a semi pulls up, like, literally right next to him.
You know what? We should all submit BTE mailbag questions, and the first one that wins, I'll buy them a shirt of their choice.
I sent one to Kaz once, but yeah, it's like, I guess
the problem is they only answer stupid questions, and I don't want to ask stupid questions.
Yeah.
Oh, I ask stupid questions all the time.
Well, and then it's like certain people.
You gotta be witty.
And certain people tweet out, like certain wrestlers tweet out that they're on the mailbag this week, I think.
Really?
I think it's how it works. I don't think it's just.
See, I don't have everybody on the alert.
Yeah, neither do I. So I never catch. I luckily caught Kaz once, but Other than that, I don't even know if I caught Kaz. It might have been a week after. Then I realized, they put out the tweet to send me your questions and such.
Like I don't have Michael knock us out on alert. The hell?
Why not?
I mean, I don't know.
They were hanging out at the chat.
I don't even follow the oily bastard.
I don't think I do either. Then we,
I wonder if I could get Awesome Kong.
They were hanging out at the Jackson's pool, and we get a nice diving board montage of people doing flips and cannonballs and such.
Brandon Cutler could do a 450.
He did a frog splash elbow kind of thing.
Oh,
there.
Froggy Bow.
Yeah, the old froggy, the old Mark Briscoe move there, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So that was being the elite for this week, and of course, yes, the big news announced 8 Eastern to 10 Eastern starting Wednesday, October 2nd. See, Darryl, at least it's not 9 to 11. So when we start recording again on Wednesdays,
I'm good, brother.
it'll be just like SmackDown. We'll get right on the ball right now and
I think they starting the TV show on a great, fantastic date in America.
Oh, what day is that?
I'll be 37 years old on October 2nd.
My God, I'll already be 40. So.
Old fucker.
Yep.
Hold up. I'm the youngest one of the podcast. Nice.
Are you?
Matt's birthday's next month.
So he's just a month
The
ahead.
9th of August.
Yeah,
Coming right around the fucking corner.
So
Matt's birthday's on Takeover.
And you'll be 37 as well.
Huh?
How old will you be, Matt?
I don't even fucking know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it is a tough question. Takeover, yeah.
Yeah, Matt's birthday's on Takeover, and Matt gets to spend his
Well,
birthday at
I think it's the day before Takeover. Isn't the 9th a Friday?
Oh, the 9th is a Saturday, dude.
Are you sure?
Because my cousin's going to...
9th is a Friday. I'm looking at the calendar right now.
Oh, really? My cousin's going to SummerSlam for his birthday. And, yeah, his birthday's the 10th.
Which is Takeover.
Oh, okay. Well, at least you get to spend a birthday weekend with me, brother.
Damn right, man. It's going to be fun.
Pizza.
Look. Thought we were doing Shake Shack.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. We got to do shit. Oh, yeah. I got to get you early.
Did we discuss this on air or off air last week about Shake Shack?
I'm pretty sure this was on air. I have no idea anymore.
This was on air.
I don't know what we discuss on air and off air. It all bleeds together.
It does. I couldn't remember if we had the Shake Shack conversation on.
So the great thing about the Shake Shack near my house, like, you can order it and just go pick it up instead of just going there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the.
Matt's getting Shake Shack for that's my birthday gift to you, Shake Shack.
Kind of like the Little Caesars pizza.
I happily accept.
There was a lot of people sitting there waiting for their pizzas. It's like, dude, just order it on the app and then you walk in and grab it and leave. It's a pretty nice concept that Little Caesars does there.
A lot of places have that concept now.
So yeah, the big announcement, which I mean was no shock to us. That was exciting. MCI Center, which was the site of the final Starrcade pay-per-view in 2000.
That place just has so many fucking names.
Yeah, they all do.
Yeah, it's Capital One Arena now, right?
Yeah, it used to be the Verizon Center, before it was Capital One.
I went there several times when it was the Verizon Center. I went to a bunch of WWE shows there. I was there for SummerSlam 05 with Hogan and HBK.
You were there for, was it Capital something? Capital Punishment?
I was in the front row, Capital
You were front row.
Punishment. Yep. You can see me on the WWE Network for just $9.99. I'm wearing my Kofi Kingston shirt, bitches.
As Kofi Kingston walks out, open up the show.
Yeah, you see me. I'm high-fiving him right up.
Nice.
I got the high-five Kofi in the opening match.
Nice.
I'm right there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was my only...
JB's going to go on the network.
I'm like...
That was my only ever front row WWE show.
I'm all over a July 2016 edition of SmackDown when I was in the third row.
Oh, I got you one better. Monday Night Nitro. The episode before Bash at the Beach when Hogan was revealed as the third member of the NWO. Hall and Nash walk through the crowd and sit in the front row at the USA Arena. 13-year-old Darryl is sitting 2 rows behind Hall and Nash. Check it out on the WWE Network for $9.99.
If you go to a 2011 SummerSlam, you can see me and Matt if you squint really hard. There's like a row of like 8 or 10 of us all wearing CM Punk shirt, the white best in the world shirt. You can see us a couple times.
I still have that shirt in my closet.
Yeah, that's a good shirt. A lot of top executives dumped their stock on July 22nd. Guess it's time to get the hell out, huh? Vince McMahon sold 12,627 shares at $70.23 per share.
$70.23?
Yeah.
Sheesh.
So that comes out to only $886,794. Chop change for Vince.
Sheesh.
George Barrios sold 139,175 shares.
Sheesh.
That's a lot of shares. That's damn near 10 million.
Make a quick buck.
Kevin Dunn sold 68,628 shares, hopefully to retire. That's almost 5 million. So insane. Triple H and Stephanie also sold some shares, and a couple other people, executives. So a lot of stock selling from the WWE.
Would you buy stock? Would either of you buy a share? Like, if you had the money, would you buy stock in WWE?
Not more. I mean, I don't know. Like, look what happened to. I mean, their stock skyrocketed on the Fox News, and it's only just been dropping ever since because their ratings are in the tank. I don't know.
Do you think it'll pick back up after when they hit Fox?
I don't know, Matt. Do you think?
Who knows?
Right now it's 73.15, so it's a little higher than a week ago.
It's higher than the network.
About 1.1 million viewers after Monday Night Raw reunion tuned in and watched the sneak preview of Miz and Mrs. as new episodes have started to air for the. Is this still the first season? I'm confused. I think this is still the first season.
Second.
Is this the second season now?
Mm-hmm.
It's like they do so many stops and starts, and like so many things are, Rob Van Dam is not slated for any additional WWE appearances at this time. He's, of course, with Impact Wrestling at right now. Did you guys see was it you, Darryl, that shared that one? Rob
Yes,
Van, and Ron Simmons pops up. Damn! That was pretty funny.
That was clever.
Scott Steiner's coming back to Impact. What the hell?
Why?
I don't know. How old is he?
I don't know. He needs to go into real estate with Rick.
He needs to go into something. He's 57. Last week, on the 23rd, was Eric Bischoff's first SmackDown taping since being named executive director of the brand. Mike Johnson, PW Insider, was told that he sat in production meetings and was seen spending lots of time with the members of the creative team. But beyond that, there was no obvious change to the usual TV taping process. All sides are taking their time in the transition to transition Bischoff in so he can familiarize himself with the company and how it operates. They did get rid of the let's not cut to commercial during wrestling anymore so we could squeeze 2 out of 3 fall matches. So at least that's good, huh?
No comment.
I mean, I hate when they go to commercial in the middle of a match, but at the same time, it's like, how many 2 out of 3 fall matches did we see the past 2 months? Too many is the answer.
He's trying.
This is interesting and quick, but it's been announced that the NWA and Ring of Honor have parted ways. They'd been working together, I guess, for about 7 months or so, I guess, and now they're done. And PW Insider is told that the NWA president, Billy Corgan, intends to put all of his energy towards producing a weekly standalone NWA series later this year. once he completes his Smashing Pumpkins tour. So yet some more wrestling to watch on TV that we have no time for, right?
Nope.
I mean, does NWA have enough talent to field a TV show?
Not that I know of. I mean,
they have a good top of their card, but I mean, to fill out an entire roster, I just don't really see how that's visibly possible.
what do they have? What, James Storm,
Eli Drake,
and
Cole Cabana, and Magnus.
Yep, Matt's favorite, the face of the company, Magnus.
Mr. James.
And they still have the Villain Club as their Villain Enterprises is their tag team champions. So,
so I guess
the company they no longer work with. So,
oops.
They might have one of those type of contracts.
The WWE Network has undergone a redesign. It's out there now. You might have to log out and log back in to see it. Have you guys checked out the new redesign yet?
I have. It's pretty nice.
I have not yet. I need to do that before SummerSlam, or actually before Takeover Toronto. But that's out there and live now for you. Last week's SmackDown audience following the day after Raw reunion didn't see much of an increase, only 2.16 million, an increase of 40,000. We'll talk about the Raw rating a little later, but it came back to earth. Big numbers, though, for Miz and Mrs. on the return to the USA Network, the premiere. Actually, no, I was reading the wrong premiere, but they brought in about 722,000. Actually, it's the lowest number they've ever had for Miz and Mrs. So, it's the summertime. It's a good show still. Matt, did you catch last week's?
Yeah.
Still a good show, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. It's kind of weird that the numbers are tapering off. I mean, hell, they had 1.5 million when they debuted in 2018, just about a year ago. So,
well, they also had the Chrisleys as the immediate lead-in last week instead of SmackDown.
True.
So this week they aired Miz and Mrs. right after SmackDown. So I think they learned their lesson really quick.
Yeah, we'll see how that affects it. You guys been catching the Twitter beef between Lacey Evans and Medusa?
Yep.
Medusa's handing it to Lacey Evans.
I think the funniest part is the threads when Medusa's like handing her ass. Like, you see a bunch of wrestlers just sitting there just like co-signing. It's hilarious.
Sipping on their tea.
Yeah, pretty much.
Did you guys see what The Rock sent Mike Johnson, PW Insider? A little kind of like a fancy little case for the Hobbs and Shaw, and it contained brisk iced tea.
I did not. No, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was like a kind of like, the little hub that'll kind of raise up off of the hood for the motor. It was kind of like that kind of a Challenger replica of that, and inside was 3 cans of brisk iced tea, one with The Rock on it, one with Jason Statham, and then Whoop Ass, which is the name of the. I wonder if Steve Austin's gonna put a copyright on that. Jim Ross gave further explanation on his Grilling JR podcast with Conrad Thompson on why he chose not to attend the Raw reunion. He said, as we stated last week, he had Tony Khan's blessing to attend the show, but thought it might send mixed messages to the locker room of All Elite Wrestling, who he is mentoring and getting them ready for their television debut. Ross said that he was concerned the appearance would cause confusion regarding his messages on teamwork and team mentality. He didn't want to lead the internet chatter about his relationship with the fledgling wrestling company. Jim adds that he doesn't want to take advantage of Tony Khan's generous nature. The Hall of Famer is very appreciative that Vince contacted him personally and asked if he was going to attend, but he just didn't feel like it was right. Stated, while it would have been great to call a match with Jerry Lawler, no creative plans were discussed. I think JR made the right call there, don't you guys think?
Yeah,
it was the smart play to make.
Smart, yeah. Gotta set the right example, man.
Yeah, you don't want to fall into pit trap like that.
Oh.
As part of the redesign of the WWE Network, WWE revealed soon that they'll roll out the long-planned tiered version of the network. The plan is to debut a first tier, which is a free version that features programming free to everybody. That'll be in the next several months. Several months after that, the network will debut a VIP tier, which will include additional programming similar to Evolve, the 10th anniversary thing. I don't know. Is that VIP tier what we have now, or is it going to be more than what we have now?
So it's only 2 tiers?
I don't know.
That's interesting. Like, what's the free content? Like, is that just the shows or whatnot? And then
That's a good question.
The tier, I guess. I mean, because Ring of Honor has a tier. If you live the Ring of Honor has a tier type system. Like, if you do the VIP, you get like the pay-per-views for free.
Yeah.
But then if you just pay like the monthly, whatever, you get like discounts on the pay-per-view.
Yeah, I don't know if it's an additional tier to just the regular subscription or what. It didn't specify here in this article, but
I wonder what those prices are going to be though.
Yeah.
Because you can't beat $9.99.
No, not for what you can get there.
No.
So just shortly after John Cena made fun of the Usos and their mug shots, Jimmy Uso decided to get a DUI in Pensacola, Florida. Oops.
Dumbass.
He's pulled over at 3:04 in the morning after authorities observed him driving erratically and swerving left and right. And the TMZ report claimed that Uso reeked of alcohol and refused to undergo testing. And, we saw him last night, though, so. Everybody's, like, wondering, why? Because WWE's punishments are not immediate. Or they don't happen at all. Like, see Nia Jax when she, broke Becky's face. She really didn't get much punishment for that. And so,
I think the Usos are like on the upper parts of the roster.
Untouchable.
So pretty much, you're Rikishi's kids, and like you're like besides Roman, like you're like the top Samoan wrestlers. Like, I just don't see it happening. If they get them, they might hit them internally, like with pay or something.
Yeah. And just like they did with Jeff Hardy, WWE's issued a statement saying Jonathan Fatu is responsible for his own personal actions.
He needs to go to an AA meeting. Dude needs to stop drinking.
Buy an Uber.
Right.
The Ubersos. CM Punk was interviewed by ESPN to promote his promote his appearance at StarCast on August 31st. On whether he has a relationship with AEW, he goes, no, I know they like to talk about me a lot. If I text Matt Jackson, I say, hey, have a great show tonight, which I did when they had their big show in Vegas, but that somehow turns into Tony Khan telling people that he has a great relationship with me. I've said in the past, I've talked to him, but nothing's ever came of anything. He was asked if there's expectation that he'll appear at All Out after agreeing to StarCast, and he said, I'm competing against myself, for better or worse, it's in the public eye. So obviously people are going to broadcast my failures. Success quietly hugs you in a private, and failure slaps you in front of the world. That's just life, but people don't keep that to account when they're talking shit about you on Twitter. When you stumble and fall, they laugh at you. I think there's an expectation. It's purely built by them. My silence to some fans means something, but they're trying to read the tea leaves. There's nothing to read. I even feel like talking about it may even put some sort of negative slant on it, but it's really not. Fact is, they have teased me ad nauseum. And if anybody's going to get mad at me because I don't show up, well, then I don't know what to tell you, because that's just one of the things that is none of my business. And on whether something could be imminent with AEW, Punk said, the last thing I got was a text from Cody Rhodes, and again, I almost don't know how to reply to them sometimes, because if I reply, they do interviews and they're like, oh yeah, I just talked to Punk. I'm kind of damned if I do, damned if I don't. I always think if somebody wants to do business with me, they can come talk to me. Texting offers isn't really a good way to do business, at least. Punk said he received an offer via text, noting it was texted through 3 people, and an offer came in through text. This was like a month ago, maybe, describing it as a general offer. I could have done the last one in Vegas, Double or Nothing, because I was in California for CFFC. So, a lot of smoke screening, huh?
I don't think he's going to be at All Out.
Don't think so, huh?
I think he'll be in DC.
Think so?
Mm-hmm.
He'll be a one or the other. To me, it's all. To me, I feel like it's all a work, and everybody with the company, including Punk, is in on the work right now.
Mm-hmm.
And whether he shows up at the end of All Out or whether he shows up at the first show on TNT, I just feel he's going to be there. And look, I could be wrong. I could be reading the tea leaves wrong. But I just feel like he's destined to be there. I really do.
You saw what Cody said, right?
Yeah, the whole about I think he's gonna go back to WWE.
Mm-hmm.
Like to me that was almost a red flag. I don't even think Cody should have said that because we all know he's not gonna go back to WWE.
No.
So to say that made like well he's definitely coming in then. So
yeah, I mean I don't see him. I know he's still under contract with UFC. So I know if he does, if he does come in, it's going to be one of the two, but he's going to be sparingly like Jon Moxley is.
I think Moxley's going to be full time once the team rolls around.
Yeah.
I don't think Moxley's going to be sparingly at all.
Have you been watching the G1?
Dude, he's not going to win the G1.
I'm asking this question. Have you watched the G1?
I've seen the highlights. I'm well aware of what's going on. He's not winning the G1.
I'm just saying he's the only one that hasn't lost yet.
He's gonna end up. He's not even. Dude, I wouldn't even be surprised if he doesn't even make the finals.
I see him making the finals, but I see him losing.
I could totally see him not even making the finals. I could see him tying with Jay White in the one block.
Don't do that to me. Don't do that to my life.
Total and have White beat Moxley to go to the finals.
Please don't do that to my life.
Dude, he's not gonna be in New Japan long term.
I don't expect him to. I'm just saying, like, please don't say Jay White is gonna be.
You know how much I don't think Jay White's gonna win, but I think I would not be surprised to see him go to the finals.
I saw
at all.
I saw a post on Twitter a couple of days ago. Did Jay White ruin the Bullet Club?
It's the Rubber Bullet Club. Oh my God! Like. Why is he even there?
Look, y'all know I'm not a fan, but I don't believe for 1 second that Moxley's not going to be a full-time AEW talent come October.
Oh yeah, he'll be there.
So it's like he will G1 step while it lasts, but it's not going to be that big of a thing.
He'll be there. He'll be there.
Now this is what I told a friend. Moxley's going to probably drop that U.S. title on U.S. soil when they come to the East Coast.
I don't think, as far as I'm understanding, he's not allowed to wrestle for New Japan in the States.
Really?
It's a minor.
That's my understanding.
Dude, he won the title. I thought he won the title there.
Yeah, he did. It's my understanding that Jericho, Omega, and Moxley are all welcome to work New Japan as long as it's in Japan.
Yeah.
Wow.
My understanding is they cannot do any New Japan shows stateside. That's part of the agreement.
Wow, people are going to be mad on the East Coast when they go to Boston, Hammerstein, and Philly.
Minor.
Moxley will not be there. I can guarantee you that right now.
Some minor breaking news. Just announced tomorrow at 11:30 Eastern, Cody Rhodes is going to join Bully Ray and David LaGreca on Busted Open Radio. So one of your executive vice presidents of AEW is going to be on Busted Open Radio live Wednesday morning.
That is not surprising after the show today.
John Cena is heading to London to film Fast and Furious 9. Corey Graves was absent last week because he was filming a role in the WWE Netflix movie The Main Event, which is also going to have Sheamus, Kofi Kingston, Renee Young, and The Miz in it. And it was just announced today that The Big Show is going to have his own TV series on Netflix where he'll be the starring role. I think that might be a little... Big Show's a funny guy, so that might be cool. Might be worth a look. Ladder War is now set for Summer Supercard, which happens over the SummerSlam weekend in Toronto. Briscoes and GOD are going to go to war at the Manhattan. They're going to go to war at Ladder War in Toronto after the title change at Manhattan Mayhem, where the Briscoes became 11-time tag champions. So that adds to the card of Matt Taven, your Ring of Honor World Champion, taking on Alex Shelley. Women of Honor Champion Kelly Klein taking on Tasha Steelz, and there's also a CMLL Trios match announced as well for the Summer Supercard. This is the first time they've ever done a Summer Supercard, haven't they?
Yep. Trying to compete, man.
First 3 participants for the Super J Cup have been announced, and New Japan Pro Wrestling has announced that Sho, TJP, and Dragon Lee are announced for the upcoming Super J Cup tournament, which that basically starts immediately after the G1, right?
Mm-hmm.
On the latest edition of Talk is Jericho. MJF is on there. Darryl, you listened to this one, didn't you?
Yes, that was so great. He was literally, the title of the podcast is 60-minute promo. He literally cut a 60-minute promo. Please check it out. He is officially my favorite wrestler in AEW.
MLW is speaking of MLW. They have announced that they are going to do a partnership with Pro Wrestling Noah.
Really?
Yes, that was just announced by Mike Johnson, PW Insider, a few days ago. They're going to form an alliance. This partnership will feature athletes exchanged between the two organizations, as well as opportunity to share content. In addition to other opportunities, the partnership will commence with an MLW wrestler participating in the 2019 N1 Victory Tour that commences in August. That wrestler will be revealed at a later date. I believe that was announced today, though. It's their world champion.
Who's the world champion?
God, what's his name now? Roman's cousin.
Oh, what is this? What is this? Samoan? What is it? Samoan Wolf? Samoan Werewolf or something?
Jacob Fatu.
Okay, yeah.
He defeated Tom Lawler on the 6th of July in Illinois to become the MLW champion. Oddly enough, the MLW championship is just it was resurrected in 2018, and Shane Strickland held it for 91 days before Low-Key defeated him and held it for 205 days. Then Filthy Tom Lawler had it for 154. So Jacob Fatu is the 4th MLW champion since it was brought back after a 14-year hiatus. So yeah, coming up there in the N1 Victory Tour. I'm assuming that's kind of a tournament similar to the G1 that Pro Wrestling Noah does, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Welcome back to Tegan Knox, as after having torn ACL, she was back in action on July 26th at an NXT live event. So it's good to see Tegan Knox back into the ring. Tons of AEW talent announced for Chris Jericho's cruise. No big surprise, but there is a lot of talent that has been announced, including Kenny Omega, the Bucks, Cody, Hangman, Brandy, MJF, Britt Baker, Jungle Boy, Nyla Rose. Those are all planned to join Chris Jericho on his tour, along with several Hall of Famers like Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, X-Pac, Booker T, Jake Snake Roberts, DDP, Eric Bischoff. I wonder if Eric Bischoff's still doing that cruise of Jericho.
I mean, unless it interferes with, unless it's around a time the TV's not being filmed, like maybe like a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday or something.
Well, by then it's going to be SmackDown will be on Fridays, so.
Yeah, well, yeah, true.
And it's like a 4 or 5 day cruise, so I don't know if Bischoff will be a part of that anymore. Well, maybe he will. I don't know. Maybe they'll let him, take care of previous engagements and commitments. I don't know.
These are facts.
WWE hired an important behind-the-scenes Ring of Honor employee recently. His name is Chris Resnick. He was an important cog behind the scenes as a director and producer for the company's weekly TV series. WWE has hired him to work full-time on their network programming, according to Mike Johnson at PW Insider. Resnick informed Ring of Honor that he'd be departing the company. He'd been with Ring of Honor for 8 years, working on over 400 television episodes, and was extremely well-liked by the talent within the company. He's directed a number of pay-per-views this year, including the G1 Supercard and the Crockett Cup. NXT star Karen Q has announced that she suffered a broken leg at last night's live event in Atlanta, Georgia. So get well soon to Karen Q. Broken leg, probably about a month or two, a couple months out, right?
Maybe 6 to 8.
Yeah, it depends on how serious it is.
Oh, they showed their X-ray. It's a little fucked up. Ugh. Clean break though, which is always good.
Oh, that'll get her back quicker.
Finn Balor missed the Smackville special due to illness, but as we saw on SmackDown Live tonight, he is feeling a little better as he took on Dolph Ziggler. And the official details of StarCast 3 on Fight TV have been announced for $39.99. You also get access to StarCasts 1 and 2 content. And, of course, this is headlined by none other than CM Punk.
How much are they charging for Punk?
It just went on sale.
I didn't even look. I'm not sure. I'm sure it's not cheap.
No.
It's probably not as expensive as usually WWE charges.
Here it is. Prices to meet CM Punk, Sting, and Jon Moxley at StarCast 3. Punk meet and greet tickets are $149 with a $10 fee, roughly. Sting is $139 and Moxley is $129.
It's not bad.
I was just gonna say, compared to the prices that they charge for people at Access,
yeah, that's
for
not bad.
for the VIP stuff, that's not bad at all.
That's not bad at all.
That's actually fair.
I think I paid
if you compare that to WWE Access prices for the VIP meet and greets, that's not bad at all.
I think SummerSlam last year in Brooklyn, they were charging like to meet Steph and Triple H like $210.
Yeah, because they need the money, right?
Right.
Other prices, $69 to meet SCU.
How much?
$69.
Not bad.
I mean, to meet three great wrestlers. I've met CD and Kaz before, so.
Yeah, I met CD and I met all three of them.
$50 to meet Cody Rhodes and Pharaoh. $50 to meet Hangman Page. $60 to meet the Lucha Brothers. $79 to meet McFoley. $69 to meet Scott Hall. $59 to meet Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard. That'd be a great duo right there, man. That's definitely worth $59 in my book. Meet two of the Four Horsemen. $69 to meet Lawler and Raw and JR. $29 to meet Joey Janela. $39 for Tony Schiavone, and $39 to meet Dean Malenko. So Dean Malenko and Tony Schiavone charging $10 more than Joey Janela.
Hey, that will be the greatest autograph in the history of our sport.
Did you guys see that little 12-minute clip they posted on AEW's YouTube of Janela and Havoc and Allen going at it?
That shit was hilarious.
There's it's 12 minutes?
No, 12 seconds.
Oh, I was gonna say I saw a short clip. I didn't see anything 12 minutes.
I'm about to say I'd have been sitting there dialed in.
Yeah, they
12 minutes, 1 inch. You
Then
know,
they, yeah.
it's all the same.
Hey.
Is that what 12 minutes equals? Is 1 inch?
Bang!
I loved it. They panned to the Blink 182 guys and the lead singer. I can't remember the lead singer's name off the top of my head, but the lead singer goes, "Again, Janela? What the fuck?"
Hey, I saw Travis, and that's all I need to see. That's all I need to see.
Because Janela and Enzo got into it at a Blink 182 show a month or so back, and I guess Blink 182 was probably playing Daly's Place, I'm assuming. Because I saw Priscilla Kelly had tweeted that she had got to meet the band as well, so they probably had a show there at the old Daly's Place. I want to go to Daly's Place sometime. That place looks pretty sweet.
It looks pretty nice.
As long as it's not in the middle of the summer.
Wow! Drake Maverick defeats Mike Kanellis on 205 Live.
All right. Well then.
Well, at least he got a win. He's been getting jobbed every time on Raw he wrestles, so.
Right.
I'm sure it'll be entertaining. I'll check it out eventually.
Poor Mike Kanellis. And we'll talk about that in a little bit. Oh, boy. And good to see. I'm not going to go into any many details of the idiots on Twitter, but.
So many idiots on Twitter.
Yeah,
Stupid
with
idiots.
Oh, I thought you were going to do Randy Orton there for a minute. Stupid!
Oh.
Stupid! I forgot why he did that to Kofi back then, and I had to look it up tonight. I was like,
Kofi bought some move or something.
Kofi botched the move.
Kofi was supposed to set up for the punt, and he laid flat on his back. Or something. Like, he was supposed to get in position to take a punt.
Yeah, miscommunications happen, heaven forbid.
Yeah, Randy was a different man 10 years ago.
Yeah,
Yeah, he didn't hear the voices.
He was shitting in gym bags 10 years ago. So maybe that's a little more than 10 years ago. I don't know. But people talking shit about Renee Young's commentary, which they should, and I think she's doing a fine job.
She's good. I mean, you can't expect everybody to be Jim Ross or Jerry Lawler off the break.
I mean, all these people bashing Renee Young if they heard Alex Marvez.
Oh my God!
You know,
I'm just saying.
These guys are. I mean, these guys are
for a fact.
These guys are just misogynistic dipshits. That's all they are. There's a woman. I can't handle a woman talking in my ear. Yeah, because you never have had a woman talk in your ear before from your mama's basement.
Should have had a woman talk to them. Period.
Bam. I don't know why I just went ODB there, but okay.
So much unneeded hate and vitriol and venom on social media lately. It's nicer not to, I'm on it a heck of a lot less nowadays, and honestly, I'm better off for it.
Hobbs and Shaw comes out on theaters, officially hitting them this Friday, August 2nd. You guys gonna go check it out?
When I get a chance.
Yeah. I might check her out too.
Check her out.
I bet that'll make a few dollars.
1 inch.
How many dollars is 1 inch? Hey-o!
God damn it.
Jerry Lawler has filed a lawsuit against Hardeman County, Tennessee over the death of his son Brian Lawler while incarcerated following a DUI arrest. I believe he's seeking $3 million for negligence in regards to that case. Congrats to NXT announcer Pat McAfee. He has signed a deal with ESPN to join their Thursday night college football announce team. This dude is funny as shit, so it's a great hire for ESPN, and it'll make watching college football on Thursday nights even more fun.
So he's no longer with WWE?
Oh, he can do both. Charlie Caruso works for ESPN right now.
Really? I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Correctamundo.
Yeah, he'll be able to do both. It's not like it's not like his duties tie him to NXT.
I mean, technically they're in the same damn state.
He's like, huh?
I think ESPN is still in Connecticut?
Yeah, but he's usually in Orlando though, isn't he? Well, I guess no. I don't know where he's located at now. I don't know where he lives. Most of those people live in Orlando because it's tax-free.
I'm with it.
Impact Wrestling tweeted out yesterday that Tennille Dashwood has signed with the company, and I don't know. I don't watch Impact, so I was hoping she'd go to AEW.
I thought she was a lock for AEW. Honestly, this was very surprising. But I'll tell you what. I mean, if there's one good thing about Impact at this point, it's their women's division. Their women's division's pretty much stacked.
Who's the world champion now? Even
it's Brian Cage, isn't it?
Oh, you talking about the women's side? I thought it was you talking about
I saw
the women's champion. It's still Taya.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was on men, but
yeah, it's Brian Cage and Taya for the women.
So yeah, this Friday, back to All Elite Wrestling this Friday, August 2nd, noon Eastern, 9 Pacific. AEWTix.com, as they also announced today, as I mentioned earlier. The first match for the first ever TV event will be Cody against Sammy Guevara.
I probably won't even remember it.
How do you guys feel about that, honestly? Like, I don't feel like they should be announcing any matches for their first television taping that doesn't happen in over 2 months until at least after All Out's over.
Well, I'm an optimistic thinker, and I like to believe that with that, I think that they're announcing it simply because they're trying to do something different than what WWE does. I mean, I get it. I hear what you're saying, Matt. But
but is that really a match announcement that they think's going to drive ticket sales? Cody Rhodes versus Sammy Guevara?
I mean, I guess.
Look, the match is good. Look, the match will be good. You know the match will be good. But I mean, literally, if you had to announce a match 2 months out for some unknown reason, which like I said, I don't understand why you're doing it because I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't announce anything
because you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, and I wouldn't announce anything until after All Out's happened because for storyline purposes.
Yeah.
But the fact that they did this, like, I truly don't understand the reasoning because to me, this match isn't going to move tickets. You'd be better off just announcing what talents are going to appear.
Yeah.
They did do that today, though.
Should they have had a bigger?
They announced Moxley today.
Should they have had a bigger first match?
Was on the poster though.
I mean, I don't know.
Should they have had a bigger first match or no? It doesn't really matter.
I don't think they should have announced the match. Period. And if they absolutely had to announce a match, it should have been a big match. It should have been like the winner of the main event of All Out between Hangman and Chris Jericho will be defending the AEW World Championship against the winner of Kenny Omega and Jon Moxley. And you announce that. That match is going to happen. That's your main event of your first show on October 2nd. That will sell tickets.
That'll put butts in the seats.
And I just came up with that off the top of my fucking head. I'm available, Tony. Call me.
We're all available,
I told you
Tony.
I'm working on that. I told you I'm working on that, guys.
We're all available, Tony. If you've seen
when football season starts, I got you.
If you've seen the graphic, if you've seen the graphic by our buddy Mark Show, we all know that Darryl is 1 inch. So
that's not what she said.
He actually sent me a damn picture.
It looks like the old AEW
all
announcement.
of us. It says "Lost in the Midcard podcast." It's all elite.
Yeah, I saw that too. He used the picture that I took with Adam Cole, which is kind of funny.
Oh, you gotta send me that.
You haven't seen this yet?
No, I haven't. I gotta check my phone. He hasn't sent me anything yet.
Is it on Twitter, JB, or did he just Facebook it to you? Because he Facebooked it.
He just Facebooked it to me. So.
Well, I'm not on Facebook, so you guys gotta send it to me the best way you can.
Yeah, I'm just gonna send it to you in a DM right now.
You working on that? Okay. Monday Night Raw reunion brought in about 3.1 million viewers. Well, it dropped like a rock last week, but it was this week. But it was a damn good Raw, which we'll get into in a little bit. But 2.3 million. They lost about 700,000 viewers from the Raw reunion show the week before. Steady decline, 2.4 million in the first hour, 2.32 in the second, and 2.23 in the third. But it was a damn good Raw, wasn't it, gentlemen?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
NXT for this week, as we are starting to work our way towards NXT Takeover Toronto. Semi-final match in the breakout tournament, Jordan Miles defeated Angel Garza. So Jordan Miles moves on to the finals. After the match, Shane Thorne showed up and asked, why do you debut 8 superstars when you have him? So this is a little reintroduction to Shane Thorne. Of course, Nick Miller, his tag partner from TM61, they released several months back. Thorne says he doesn't need a tournament to break out. He will break out on his own. Bianca Belair defeated Xia Li. Killian Dane cut a promo about why he attacked Matt Riddle. And Mia Yim going ham on Jessamine Duke this week. So she's beating up that entourage. I think she's taking that title from Shayna.
I fucking hope so.
I hope so. You see the look on my face right now.
I hope so.
We can imagine the look on your face. What do you guys think of the triple threat match for the North American setup? Pete Dunne, Roddy Strong and Velveteen Dream. That's got to be.
That's gonna be a good one.
That's gonna be a good show stealer right there. I bet.
Shit, I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't be surprised if that opened the show.
Casey Catanzaro was going to take on Io Shirai, but Candice LeRae attacked Io from behind literally as the bell rang. So, we going to get 2 women's matches in Toronto, or is this going to be a Toronto match?
It might be a pre-show match.
And I thought Keith Lee and Damian Priest was a hell of a main event from NXT last week. You guys agree?
Mm-hmm.
Right man went over there with Damian Priest. I think we're going to turn. We're turning Keith Lee heel eventually. So
I've been looking forward to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, babyface is just not gone anywhere. It's kind of stale. Like to see what kind of damage he can do as a heel, right?
He can be an asshole. Yeah, I'm a big fan of assholes.
You are a big fan of assholes.
Absolutely.
Awkward silence.
Yes.
I wasn't even touching that one.
With a 1-inch pole?
Wow.
Oh boy.
Monday Night Raw from Little Rock, Arkansas, and we kick things off with a 24/7 championship mosh pit match. First ever mosh pit match. This just leads me to believe that Vince heard the term mosh pit for the first time and thought it sounded cool.
I believe
Damn,
that.
pal.
I can believe that.
Drake Maverick and Renee Michelle took on R-Truth and Carmella. Good to see them using Renee Michelle some more. And
MCW zone.
Truth and Carmella got the win, but as soon as the bell rung to end the match, it was game on for that 24/7 title, and they all dogpile Truth. And Mike Kanellis comes out with a 24/7 title. Mike Kanellis is a champion finally, guys.
This is the greatest love of all.
Poor Mike. Poor Mike.
That's what happens when you sign a 5-year contract.
He gets his balls cut off and reattached more than I know.
Yeah, you couldn't pay me enough for that.
Canales went to hide into the WWE officials' room as everybody tried to go after him, and then Maria knocks on the door, demanding Mike to open up the door, and he goes, "How do I know it's not Carmella in disguise?" And Maria goes, "If you do not open this door, I will kick you in the vagina." Woof. Woof. So not only does Mike Kanellis not have balls, but apparently Maria took his dick too, huh?
This does nothing for me. I'm like
Gauntlet, the whole Maria treating Mike like shit thing.
Yeah.
Or as people are joking, Vince McMahon's googling cuckolding right now. I don't know if you want. I don't know if you want to Google that, but
yeah.
Probably don't.
That's a no from me.
Yeah. They had a gauntlet match to determine AJ Styles' opponent for.
I don't want that in my Google search history.
Yeah, that goes up there with Blue Waffle.
Wait a minute.
Gauntlet match to determine AJ Styles' opponent at SummerSlam for the United States title. No surprise that Ricochet won this, right, guys?
Facts.
Yeah. I thought it was a foregone conclusion before it even started. It was still a good match, though.
What we got out of that match, though, is I'd like to see more of Andrade and Ricochet and more of Rey and Cesaro. Those both were great contests within the Gauntlet match itself. Maria Kanellis in the officials' locker room with Mike, and she tells Mike to get on his back while she steps on him and pins him to become the first ever pregnant 24/7 champion. Lance Storm made a good point last night. Will the WWE Universe boo or cheer a pregnant lady getting pinned?
Wow.
Because it's Maria, they probably would cheer it, right? Yeah, because she's, annoying. She claimed that she'll be at her OBGYN appointment on Thursday, and that just tells me that R-Truth's going to be the doctor. And while she's got her legs up, spread eagle on that little table there, Truth's going to pin her. What do you think, guys?
I can see it.
A moment of bliss did not really get me too excited for Bliss and Lynch, but after what happened on SmackDown with the tag match tonight, though, I'm afraid they're making this a 4-way and adding Bliss and Cross in. Do you guys agree?
I can see it.
You feel like it's going
I don't see that, no.
You think they're going to keep it at Bayley and Ember?
Yes.
What a difference a few weeks makes. Gallows and Anderson were basically the jokes of the tag team division, and now they're tag champs, aren't they?
See.
Well, rumored money that they're getting, they might as well just let them run those tag titles for a long time and get their money's worth out of them.
Right.
They backed up the Brinks truck to them,
huh? Dude, I'm hearing. You wouldn't believe the number that I'm hearing.
Wow.
Yeah, it's ridiculous for a tag team that they've barely used for the last couple years. The amount of money I'm hearing that they got, and if it's correct, all it does is really just show how fucking terrified WWE is of AEW that they gave them that much money to keep them from going there.
They're scared of fucking
because you damn well know they were going there.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
Easily. But how good is it to have the Good Brothers back on top, huh?
I'm happy.
I think it's long overdue.
Yeah, they should have been done that. You don't bring a tag team of that caliber, especially at the same time you bring Nakamura and AJ over and just do dumb shit with them.
Yeah.
Obviously, Vince didn't watch New Japan at all.
No. Well, he doesn't even watch NXT. Come on.
True.
Why would he watch New Japan? It's the first time they're champs since the Hardy Boys returned to WrestleMania. If that tells you
pretty much.
how long it's been.
What, 3 years ago?
Oh, over 2. Because it was that Orlando, the one after Dallas?
Yeah, that's the one. That's my first one.
Yep. The Viking Raiders killed another couple of jobbers. Becky Lynch defeated Alexa Bliss and then faced off with Nikki Cross, and that didn't last long either, as the man gets ready to face Natalya. I kind of liked the spot where Natalya came in street clothes and put Lynch in the old sharpshooter, though. Kind of a little payback from... They showed a little video of Natalya working out with Fit Finlay, trying to work on how to escape the disarmor, and Becky calls Fit a traitor. That was funny. Maria posing with the 24/7 belt, asking if anybody wants to pin her, and she runs into Braun Strowman. And I swear to God, Braun Strowman made a Snitsky face when the camera was zooming in on him. It wasn't my fault.
Boy.
Braun. We need Braun to do something. Maybe he'll fill in for Seth, huh? Because Seth Rollins was taking on Dolph Ziggler to get retribution for super kicking HBK. And Lesnar comes out. We thought it might have been a tease, but no, Lesnar's here. And, to put it shortly, Lesnar beat the holy fuck out of Seth Rollins, didn't he?
Sure did.
Why? You guys both think this is writing him off from SummerSlam, right?
Yeah, I mean, unless he's like a fucking superhero, no.
Why are they writing him off with less than 2 weeks to go?
No clue, dude.
Same reason why Vince changed the SmackDown main event 3 times today?
Mm-hmm.
Who knows?
Then the end of the show, the Samoan Summit, well, it didn't really happen because Joe attacked Roman Reigns in the back and then came out and said the Summit is canceled as peace talks broke down. And what a great end to Raw with everybody just coming out to fight. The Usos came out. The OC came out. Cedric Alexander diving off the Tron. That was a fun end to Raw, wasn't it, guys?
Yeah, it was pretty good. I was happy with it.
look at Cedric Alexander. He barely been used since leaving 205 Live, and now he's kind of mixing it up with some of the big boys now. You know, Roman Reigns, Drew McIntyre, and that. And I like it, man. I like it. You think that's all to have to do with Heyman?
Yeah, you try to include everybody in the mix without burying them. I can see it.
SmackDown tonight. How sad were you guys to hear that Shane wasn't going to be on SmackDown tonight?
So sad.
Well, KO was almost in tears, wasn't he?
Emotionally distraught.
Kevin Owens is about the hottest babyface going right now, isn't he?
I'm glad they turned him to a face.
They didn't need to turn him heel, but that was a knee-jerk reaction because of the uncertainties of Daniel Bryan at the time, I guess. So what can you do? But Kevin Owens is doing a hell of a job as a babyface and is getting some of the bigger pops. Drew McIntyre came out. That led to a match. Good match between those two guys to kick off SmackDown. And Aleister Black in the room looking for someone to fight him. And apparently Sami Zayn wants to pick a fight with Aleister Black.
Oh, he wants to go to sleep tonight.
That'll be a good match. It doesn't just seem like they're putting together like most of this damn card so last minute.
Yeah.
It really doesn't feel like the second biggest pay-per-view of the year, does it?
No.
Not at all. Like
It really feels like just another month show.
Great balls of fire. Well, let's just throw this together.
That's the crazy part. I don't think they know. I think with the transition with Heyman and Bischoff, and then the fact that they're moving to Fox, I just think they're just trying to. I think they're panicking. Like they're just. I can't call it. This doesn't seem like SummerSlam.
Well, we know they're panicking with a certain company down in Jacksonville, Florida.
Yeah, you better go balls to the walls next weekend, because come August 31st, they're going to go balls to the walls.
I asked Darryl and Matt if they thought Bliss and Cross would be added to the women's title match for SmackDown because they had defeated the team of Bayley and Ember Moon. And then Bayley got her receipt for getting an eclipse last week by throwing a Bayley to belly on Ember Moon after the match. King's Court, hosted by Lawler. Of course, we all knew what was coming. Trish Stratus, Charlotte Flair.
Mile away.
Yep.
Pretty much.
Ziggler against Balor, The Fiend, doing a little trickery, leading to Balor eating a super kick. Hey, Dolph Ziggler gets a win finally. When's the last time Ziggler won a match?
Who cares?
No.
I think we're going to get ourselves another example of throwing this together last minute, even though we kind of thought the seeds were planted here a few weeks ago, but they finally got planted now. Ollie pinning Shinsuke Nakamura after 3 minutes, avoiding the Kinshasa on 3 different attempts. This could be a show stealer on SummerSlam, don't you think?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
They'll probably put it on the fucking kickoff show, though, won't they?
I would fucking hope not.
I know, as much as they're pimping Ali in these vignettes, that would be stupid. Stupid. Speaking of stupid, they they revisited the stupid moment with Orton as he was talking about Kofi Kingston in promo tonight. Oh boy! And then our main event, AJ Styles, Kofi Kingston. I thought this was going to be turning into a 6-man tag, but it didn't. Instead, the other 4 guys basically kind of stayed out of it for the most part, and good match there between Kingston and Styles, and Kofi Kingston gets the win there. Then we closed out SmackDown with a very interesting segment of Roman Reigns walking. As soon as they showed him walking towards Kayla Braxton, I knew some shit was going to happen. And somebody tipped over a big old thing, and Roman Reigns had just avoided it, apparently. And he says he's okay. And the EMTs are checking on Reigns as he walks away, and the show goes off the air. What'd you guys think of that ending? Good, unique, or weird? We all know who did it. It was Rikishi. He did it for The Rock.
I did it for The Rock.
He did it for The Rock. So, pretty good Raw and SmackDown this week, don't you say, boys?
I'm content with it.
Well, it's kind of a short show this week. Not much to really cover. Anything else you guys want to mention?
1 inch.
1 inch. Well, that's going to do it for. On that note, it's going to do it for Lost in the Midcard this week. Thank you to SpiderDuck.net for being our host, enabling us to be on iTunes and any of your favorite podcasting apps, Spotify as well. Just search for Lost in the Midcard, hit that subscribe button. That way you know every time a new episode comes your way, typically every Wednesday or any other special days. So that's the way you subscribe. You know the new episode pops up there for you. We're also on the YouTube if you want to do it that way. And the links to all that are on our Facebook page, facebook.com/LostInTheMidcard. Also on the Twitter at LITMC Podcast, where we share a lot of the great tweets from the wrestling world. Darryl's on the Twitter at NoOneLikeD. Matt is on the Twitter at RawF Showtime. I am on the Twitter at JB Huskers. Give us all a follow and talk to us while we live tweet shows and all that fun stuff. Always like talking to the people. And before we ride off into the sunset, as that calendar gets ready to turn to August, Darryl, what are your final thoughts?
October 2nd. All Elite Wrestling.
Best birthday ever, right?
Best birthday ever.
Get that clicking finger ready for 11. Was it 11 a.m. Eastern? Is that when they go on sale, or is it 12?
No, it's 12. Yeah.
Matt, what are your final thoughts?
I really hope that AEW does not announce another match for October 2nd until after All Out is over. I just think it's silly that they did that. That's just my opinion.
Meh, I don't know. It's something to add, but I mean, yeah, you're right. It doesn't really add much hype. It's going to be a good match. It's going to be a solid match. Hey, Sammy Guevara, he's a good hand.
Good night.
Oh my.
For Darryl and Matt, this is Jeremy. Thank you for tuning in to Lost in the Midcard. We will catch you next time. Have a good one.